Hi there and welcome to Under the Brolly, the MyUmbrella podcast aiming to educate and inform the wider community about the lesser known LGBT+, sexualities, genders, identities, kinks and fetishes. My name is Steve and I'm normally joined by my husband Tom. However, Tom is currently prepping our outside broadcast kit for our upcoming prides that we will be attending over the next few weeks, so sadly you're stuck with me. We're currently up to episode 7 this month and it's Pride Month. Well, in fact it's been Pride Month last month and it's Pride Month this month, but hey, let's face it, anytime there is for a party, we're there. So that's exactly what I'm going to be talking about, is Pride. Those of you that attend a Pride event will be overwhelmed with the atmosphere, the colours, the music and of course the variety of flags that are out and about out there, and it's of no surprise to many people out there that often a number of these flags may not be widely recognised by the wider community. What I'm going to do today, during today's podcast, is just give you a quick rundown of the 5 most common flags that you're likely to see at Pride. However, this is not where everything stops, and if you want to know more, that will be coming up later on in the podcast. Let's start with the most common flag that you will always see at a Pride event, which is the good old rainbow flag. The rainbow flag itself is traditionally regarded as the homosexual flag. Essentially, a homosexual is a person who is sexually attracted to people of their own sex. Now, for those of you that, of course, it's a podcast so I can't visualise it for you, what I can do is at least explain to you what the rainbow flag looks like. So going from top to bottom, it's a red stripe with an orange stripe, a yellow stripe, a green stripe, a violet stripe, and then of course a purple stripe. However, traditionally it used to have more colours than that, and there are other variations of the rainbow flag that you will often see out there to also include the transgender individuals and also people of colour. If we then turn our attention to the lesbian flag, there are 2 traditional types of lesbian flag, one of which traditionally would have been known as the traditional lesbian, which was a purple flag with a upside down black triangle and a battle axe in the middle. The lesbian flag is often used to identify lesbians, women and feminism and gynophilic people who identify as female. Labourist became a symbol of lesbians and feminists due to the popularity of a female empowerment publication called Labourist magazine. There is also another alternative type of lesbian flag which is for the more feminine lesbians, known as a lipstick lesbian. Now this flag has a variety of different shades of pink and white in the middle with a lipstick symbol in the top left hand corner. This is traditionally defined as a feminine lesbian who is attracted to other feminine lesbians. They generally enjoy fashion, flowers, perfume, sex and the city, lingerie, lipstick of course, and gasp, passionate sex with other women, of course. Of course, just because I've described these 3 flags already does not mean to say that anything can stereotype the individuals that wish to use this flag to identify themselves. We'll now turn our attention to the bisexual flag. This was traditionally the more common flag you used to see during a Pride event, which people used to define individuals as being greedy. This is certainly not the case and should never be referred to in that manner. The bisexual flag has a pink band at the top, a slightly darker purple band in the middle, and then a much darker purple band at the bottom. The bisexual flag helps to identify those individuals that are sexually attracted not exclusively to people of one gender, but attracted to both men and women. However, in the same light, we've also seen that the pansexual flag is certainly becoming a lot more popular within the sexual pride movement and certainly at pride events. And traditionally, as I've previously stated, bisexual people used to, in a derogatory manner, used to be referred to as greedy. However, that is certainly not the case. If I then refer to, for example, the pansexual flag, which has a pink band at the top, a yellow band in the middle and a blue band at the bottom, the pansexual flag helps to define people that are sexually attracted to many types of people without regard to biological sex, gender or gender identity. And I mean this certainly in the humorous meant and very tongue-in-cheek, but if there are greedy people out there, it's the pansexuals you need to be looking for and certainly not the bisexuals. Of course, then turn our attention to the other very, very important flag, which, although it falls outside of a sexuality identification, we do like to talk about gender, and certainly you'll see a lot of transgender flags out and about at your Pride events, hopefully a lot more of them in your local area. The transgender flag has a blue band top and bottom, and then further down and further up from the bottom a pink band along with a white band in the middle, all going across horizontally. The transgender flag helps to define that it denotes or relates to an individual or person whose sense of personal identity and gender does not correspond with their birth sex. So that's just 5 of the more common flags that you would be expected to see at Pride. However, there are so many more. So at the same time, if you wanted to know more about all the different flags, different sexualities, kinks, fetishes and orientations, of course, being MyUmbrella and us paired up with ShoutOut Radio, it only seems right that we talk about the guide to LGBT+ that we produce as well. This year's guide has gone to print and is now available from our Pride store if you find us at any of our local Prides, which I will be talking about shortly. But also you can get this on our MyUmbrella Etsy store. You can find this by navigating to www.myumbrella.org.uk/shop. Now this guide in particular contains over 317 different flags to help to identify different sexualities, orientations, kinks, genders and fetishes. If you want to find out more about a whole host of these and varying LGBT+ identities, then I would certainly recommend you logging on and grabbing a copy, and that way each podcast that we do each month, you'll then be able to follow which ones we're looking at next. You'll also find loads of lovely merch in the form of badges, keyrings, bottle openers, magnets and coasters in a huge selection of various flag designs. And even better, we can now offer personalised flags and can produce almost any flag that is not currently featured on our listings. Of course, I'm sure that all of you will be wanting to know where we're going to be over the next few weeks. Well, the time has come where I can release that information, so drum roll please. We will be over the next couple of weeks in Bournemouth at Born Free for Bournemouth Pride. We will also be at Western Pride as well. And we are also, for the first time ever, going to be at Llanelli Pride. So in the next 3 to 4 weeks, that's where you'll be able to find us if you want to find out more about what we do and all the different flags and sexualities, genders, identities, kinks and fetishes. Come and have a chat to us at our MyUmbrella store. So now you know where we'll be over the next few weeks, feel free to come and have a chat with us. If any of you want to find out more regarding the whereabouts of where we're next going to be turning up, feel free to check our Facebook, Instagram or Twitter platforms for more information. Just type in MyUmbrella into the search bar of any of these platforms and you will find us. As always, for those of you who listen regularly, you don't just need to turn up to a Pride where we are to get involved with the show, and we'd love to hear from any of you out there who want us to showcase your LGBT+ identity or one that you may have never heard of. All you need to do is just drop us an email to info@myumbrella.org.uk and put in the subject line Under the Brolly. All we need you to do is let us know what LGBT+ sexuality, identity, gender, kink or fetish you want us to feature, and it could be that one that features on the next show. Of course, until then, if there's anything further that we can do for you, feel free to get in touch. But until then, see you soon or possibly at one of our next Pride events. Bye!